This is Soy,
And this is Dyra.
and you're listening to Hair and Whatever.
Unfiltered salon talk. All right, so this is Soy, and
What up,
I
what up?
am Dyra, and you're listening to Hair and Whatever. And today we have a special guest on the show.
Hi.
Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes. My name is Nataki Minix. I own a salon in Sandy Springs called Startaki Hair Lounge.
Nice.
Let's see. I've been doing hair for about 20 plus years.
That.
Yeah, that's the beginning part of it.
Right.
What we talking about, Soy?
Okay, so today we're talking about knowing your worth as a hairstylist.
Right, and then
And we're talking about are attractive people more successful?
I think so, but we'll get into that later.
But first, we're going to do our crown of the week.
And her name is Ari.
Uh-huh.
She's the first,
Lady of J. Cole's label.
right,
Forget
I'm
the
not
name
sure
of
what,
it.
what that is, but
But she fly. And her hair look fly.
yeah, so she's on, I don't know if it was the cover.
Post?
Was it a cover?
I think it was
Ayana?
Post. I think it was Post, yeah.
She was on a cover or Pulse, whatever, and she was just like, she didn't even have a lot of makeup on. It was
I
just
love
more
that.
so like
Like,
you know,
this is
with
me.
a bun and natural
Hair, ponytail.
And, like, I love-
like a pineapple.
Honestly, like I love her style, like her singing, like so dope.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the hair portion,
Okay.
hair part.
Right.
Knowing your worth as a hairstylist. Do you feel like you're like, you know?
I do at this point. Probably a couple years ago, I would say, like, you're trying to figure your way out in the industry. Like, if you own a salon, if you are just a freelance hairstylist, if you do celebrity type stuff, at that point, you know, people feel like, oh my God, you're going to be to the point where I can't afford you, or you're going to be too much. But I feel like at some point you have to kind of figure out what you're doing and figure out if this is worth what I'm doing.
Right.
So,
Right.
I had to struggle with that a little bit because I like I said, I do own a salon. I've been, working in it for a while, but I also ventured out and did other things. So in that, it's like, okay, which one is worth more? Like, I love my clients. I've been doing them for years. Those are consistent people that stay in your life and take care of you.
Right, like your bread and butter,
Exactly.
you know?
But when you want to do outside adventures, I mean, that's fun. It's exciting. It's, all
Something
those things
different.
too. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it can be conflicting because, if you're needed out, you're like, okay, I got to reschedule. I got to do this. And that becomes crazy for some clients. So that's not, you got to figure out which one you really want to do.
Right.
You can kind of do both, but it's a fine line.
Right.
So, I had to get to a point where I kind of stepped away from any of the celebrity kind of stuff for a while because.
Oh, really? So
it's
what's
not-
your
It's
specialty?
not consistent. I mean,
Yeah.
I still have them. They
Okay.
still come from time to time. Or
Yeah.
I still do jobs, but not as much as I used to.
Right.
So my specialty is like weaves
Okay.
and short hair and pressing.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of was a little stalker last night. I was looking at your page, looking. So what she does, like, let me see. So, I saw like weaves
Right.
and the short hair, which
Right.
is like we saw a lot
Yeah,
of
so
fly
fly
hairstyles.
short hair. Because
Yes,
I don't do a
yes.
lot of short hair. Not like that, like
Right.
pressed short hair.
Right.
Yeah.
So at our salon, we really like to do a transformation. I have a few stylists that do full on transformations where people come in natural and just totally want to cut all their hair off and get a relaxer, or
Oh, wow. The
Really?
opposite.
yeah, or if they have certain textures where it can lay or whatever, they go from big and curly to totally shaved on the sides, hair at the top,
Yeah.
color, all different kind of transitions and different things that we do.
Right.
So I kind of got off track, but
Yeah, no,
No, we didn't talk about the specialty.
Yeah.
so it's so when I had to kind of fall back off the celebrity thing, I had to it's like you have to figure out, okay, what's worth it more.
Yeah.
you
And what's
know?
more consistent? Like,
more
what's going to be
consistent,
here,
exactly. So like I said, I've had clients for all my career, my career. They've gone,
Followed you here.
high
went
school,
here.
college,
Right.
marriage, babies, everything. So it's like I can't just abandon them at
Right.
this point. You know, they've been in my life forever. So I had to get to a point where I was like, okay, you know, you can raise your prices a little bit and still be consistent with your clients and still be, and they still understand that, hey, it's time for you get a raise. I gotta get a raise too.
Yeah,
Right.
hey,
That's
look,
so true.
they raise gas prices
Right, they raise
every day.
everything.
You know, everything is inflation.
Everything
Like,
gets a raise. So,
yeah.
You know, I had to just figure out what was best for me, and I'm at the point now where it's worth what I'm doing. I don't feel like I'm doing all this work and not getting paid for it. So
Right.
Do you-
How about you,
Go ahead.
Soy?
What do I know my?
Like, do you feel like you're like, you know,
I struggle
client-
with it.
Yeah.
I think I struggle with it a little bit because like I feel like you said, like sometimes like you become friends, like you know, like it's like you've known these people, you know, they become like, you know, almost like friends and family, you know. So but at the end of the day it's still a business and I love what I do. So like I'm going to put everything into it. And sometimes, like I was telling Dyra the other day, like, you know, sometimes I do things for like discounted, you know, services or whatever, but I'm still putting all into it. Like I'm using like quality products, like, you know, these products are expensive, you know, like I'm using all these things on them, but then, you know, and I'm putting all this passion into it. And then I feel like, well, damn, like, I'm a little
I got
bit.
cheated on.
I got a little cheated because you know they're not really paying what they should be paying or whatever. So I'm still learning. I'm still working it out. I mean, we took a class this weekend where the girl was just like, "Listen, like, no, you don't be friends with your clients. You know, it's a business. Da 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 da."
Right.
But it's hard. You know, it's hard.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
something that, like, you know, and the next question is like, do you accept new clients? And that can be like, okay, well, obviously your clients got you where you are now, and then, you know, you have, they're special to you, they're always coming, they're loyal, so that means a lot, you know, that loyalty. That's right. You know, but then it's also like you build that whatever it is with new clients, you know, because she was saying that she charges like $500 for a new client.
And she establishes that.
What is she doing?
So she's doing hair color. So she's doing hair color on natural hair. And she has like a lot of followers online. She has this whole like technique that she does or whatever. She works for, you know, like one of the like Cosmoprof or whatever. So she's saying that, you know, in the beginning, she establishes are we a good fit? Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you going to do the things that it takes to get your hair to A to B? Exactly. You know what I mean? And if not, then I'm not going to take you as a client. And I can't do your hair. And she establishes that in the beginning, you know? Because in some cases, she's like, you know what? Like the client, we all know. Like some people coming in there, I want to be blonde, but their hair is trash right now.
Right. Jet black.
Right.
They just put a rinse on it last night.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, well, no, but here are these steps that you're going to have to do, and you're going to have to listen to what we're doing, you know, what we're telling you to get your hair in the position where you can do this blonde. Right. And so, like, if they're not willing to do that, then it's like, it's not worth my time. That's
right.
You know?
Do you take new clients?
I do. You know, like I said, I mean, like I do weaves, you know, for the most part. And so, I mean, people, when they're either trying to grow their hair out, they're trying to go for a different look, they're just trying to do different things. So we definitely have a consultation process in the beginning.
And what is it like?
Know. It's like, okay, how do you take care of your hair? What's your, you know, do you work out? What's your schedule at work? You know, do you really have time to like dedicate at least doing a little something to your hair every morning?
Maintenance,
Do you tie up your hair at night? Do you sleep on a satin bonnet or a satin pillowcase? It's just certain things, because a lot of people do not do all those things.
Right.
Even though we're hairstylists and we know, like, okay, we know how to keep up our own hair, but you're amazed by what I hear my clients do. People get in the shower with no shower cap, stuff like that. Like,
wow.
What do you mean?
Why?
Why? Like, unless you have natural hair or short hair, I don't know,
but even
just something
me,
that doesn't have.
Even me, I wear my hair natural all the time, and I don't want to wet my hair every day.
Right.
Yeah. You know, so
I
like,
I have clients that take full-on spa baths every night, sweating their hair out, sweetie. And then when they come in, I'm like, what happened to your hair?
Right, like it didn't last.
Like, you can't take a full steam bath every night and think your short hairstyle is going to stay laid on the sides. It's not, even if you have a relaxer.
Right. So that's so true.
Those are some of the questions that you do really have to ask people. Like, listen, are you really committed to having your hair look great? Because it's going to look great when you walk out the door, but am I going to see you in 3 days and it's going to look great still? I don't know.
And that's the thing, is like having that commitment. Like, are you really going to do,
because
do
people,
these things?
I get stuck, oh my God, your hair looks great. Your hair looks great. And they're like, okay, well, what are you doing? I'm like, okay, I tie my edges down at night. I, make sure I put some oil on them. I mean, it's just certain things, but some people just lay down and go to sleep. Come up looking crazy. Hey, it's got to be a level of commitment to yourself. and hey, it's okay.
It happens.
It happens. Yeah. But if you're really trying to take on a new style, you really want it to look great every day.
Especially when it's short.
Yes. You're going to have to commit to something. Like, I'll have people come in, get their hair done, go to sleep, call me next month. My hair didn't last. Oh, this didn't. Well, what did you do to it?
What did you do?
Right.
What was
like, at the end of the day, that it's not going to look the exact same as you got up out of the chair, unless you're sleeping in a chair. That's the only way.
And they blame you, too, sometimes.
They blame you. They blame you. I mean, I had a client actually just call me the other day, and she got a sew-in and a closure. And I told her, I said, closures are high maintenance. You're going to have to get the closure replaced every week or two. Right. Especially if you're working out, if you're brushing your hair, if you're doing a bunch of stuff to it. It's not a permanent hairdo.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so that's why when you see people out with closures, they look a fool most of the time.
Right, because they're not getting it laid down.
It has to be replaced. Like, every time you wash it, even if you do a little glue or whatever, that all has to be redone on a regular basis.
Oh, you're educating me, because I did not know that.
People are delusional because they see people on Instagram, Cardi, and different people that wear.
But they getting that stuff done like every 2 days.
They have a glam team that comes and does their hair every day. Yeah, you don't, boo.
Right.
And what you're not gonna do is call me 2 days or 3 weeks later and be like, my closure is moving.
That's why you be seeing all them girls looking crazy as hell.
I'm sorry. How do you put it on? I'm sorry. This is off topic.
I mean, basically, it's still braid down or whatever. If they want to part, then you part the hair and braid it in as so it can lay flat. The closure is usually about this. Got the measurements all off. It's usually about this size. You can get longer or whatever.
Yeah.
But with that, then you sew it down wherever your part is going to be, and then you sew the tracks around it.
Right.
But usually you kind of do it on top of the other tracks so it can be moved. So, say for instance, if you have shady edges, you're not really a good candidate for closure because you need hair to hold it down.
Right.
Or you have to do the whole glue thing, and I don't really like using glue all that time, all the time. Like, maybe
and plus it's going to compromise your edges more.
Exactly. So just maybe for a quick, look or something, fine, but not if you're really trying to have the same look for months. You can't keep gluing that hair down.
And let me ask you, like, how do you feel about, like, do you feel like your business, like, struggled, or you got less business when they were doing all this, like, $50 weave shops and other things,
Actually,
like,
one of my really good friends owns the $50 weave shop. So the thing is, I didn't particularly lose clients because it's just like this. People shop where they want to shop.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have people that shop at Saks.
Right.
You have people that shop at Walmart.
Right.
I mean, it's just, that's just what it is. So you're going to have a clientele for whatever can afford you.
Yeah.
So I get it. I got the whole concept of her having that because it's like she had college students, she had people on lesser budgets. Yeah. So
and it was a niche for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it worked for them. And I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. You know, everybody's budget is different.
It's different. Right. And she was, fulfilling those needs of that.
And she wasn't doing bad work. You know what I'm saying? It was just more, maybe less braids or,
Yeah.
Right.
Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, but yeah, I didn't really miss out on any business from that.
Do you invest in like good hair products?
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely. At our salon, we use Design Essentials. We use Influence, and like a little bit of everything. But those are like our main chemical products as far as like relaxers and stuff like that. Most of us use different styling, so we might do a little Moroccan oil. We might do a little. I like mostly Design Essentials products. Maybe Sebastian here and there. It just depends. But for the most part, yes, great products.
And do you like, being that you invest in these products, do you upcharge for the certain products, like
certain services for sure?
Right.
Like obviously if you're getting deep protein and different type of conditioners, we upcharge for that. But like, basic stuff like a relaxer, different things. I mean, I've gone up over the years. It's a base price.
Yeah.
Which is comparable to, what the world we're in now. I mean, you can only charge, I just feel like you can only charge so much for certain things.
Right, of course.
Because it just doesn't make sense after a while. Like,
right.
I mean, I get that there's people that can charge a lot more or do charge a lot more, but I just feel like you can upcharge when it comes to conditioners and special services. That's how you get more money.
Right.
That's true because like I remember when I started doing like the hydration, like people would be like, well, oh, that's so good that you don't charge extra for hydration. And I feel like it's important to me that everybody's hair should be hydrated.
Right.
So I didn't want to make it a thing where it's just I'm just going to build it in the price. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to make it a separate thing. Like, oh, do you want to get a hydrated? No, you don't have a choice. Everybody's just getting it. Right. So yeah. I understand that.
As far as like for deep conditioning, do you feel like you get a lot of those like clients that ask for those or?
I mostly suggest. Because most clients just really don't know. I mean, unless they're just, maybe a new client that's maybe come from another place where they're like, okay, I need this and that and the other.
Yeah.
But any clients that's been with me all this time, I'm the one that's kind of suggesting, hey, it's time for this. Okay, I'm seeing some action going on here. Let's try this,
Right.
You're really the person that's telling them what they need. That's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, now, because we have YouTube and we have all this stuff, people do come a little more knowledgeable as far as what they think they should be doing for
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you kind of just have to be like, listen, I'm here. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
You either trust me and we work together on trying to, make your hair healthy and look nice and all of those things, or
or not,
Right.
or we're not a good fit.
Right.
Then it goes back to
Right.
knowing your worth.
Yeah. And the consultation process, like
you have to have a consultation process,
Yeah.
especially with new clients.
With new client,
Yeah.
that's so true.
it's so important. Like it's beyond, especially like just like we went to the class and how she broke it down is like, well, if you're not, if you want the highlights and you want this and you want, even getting a weave, you know, like you're braiding down your hair and is in a protective style, but are you oiling your scalp while it's in a protective style? You're
taking
not
care of your scalp. Are you
Are you even a candidate for it?
Gonna be committed to coming to getting your hair done? Because that's the thing. Even when you have a sew-in, you still got to get your hair shampooed and taken care of.
Right.
A lot of people don't think that way.
Right. They're looking at it like, oh, well, now I don't have to do my hair.
I don't have to do nothing to my hair.
Yes, you do.
A month, 2 months.
You got hair. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Even if it's someone else's.
Yeah.
So it goes back to the client that was like, I haven't seen you since I installed your hair.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
Right.
Like, girl, are you gonna come for your shampoo? Then we'll talk about it then. But I can't do nothing for you and you're not here.
Exactly. So. Do you like, let's say, you have those clients that want the weave and, and you see that they're not really a candidate for it. Do you turn them down, or you just like?
We either come up with some type of other solution.
Right.
Like, are you open to wearing your hair short? I think this might be better for you. I mean, you try to come up with things. Some people want what they want.
Right.
So I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm just going to turn down people who want what they want, but I definitely feel like if it is something that's going to further damage their hair, it's just not something I feel like or I could stand behind.
Right.
I'm definitely going to suggest something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. How about you, Soy? Have you would you turn down a client if they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll turn it down. I mean, because like at the end of the day, like I don't want to feel like I'm being compromised, about my passion. Like I don't want to feel like I'm being like, I don't even want to say rape, but just like if you're gonna drain the hell out of me, you know what I mean? It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like all money is not good,
No,
So
sure.
like if you're not gonna like do the things and if you're not gonna listen to it, then we're just probably not a good fit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm not with drama. So basically, a client that's gonna give you drama right off the rip.
Right.
Yeah.
People say they don't get it, but I'm like, yes, you do. As soon as you're on the phone with them, you know.
You know.
Oh yeah. I do my hair all the time. Girl,
Right.
I'm coming every week, girl. Girl, all that.
Right. In the 30 minute, right. You know?
Yeah.
I already know what it is.
You already know.
Or they're talking you up so much. Okay, how much you charge? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, just
okay,
the-
girl. Yeah. I'm coming. Book the appointment, everything. a week or so before the appointment, or a couple of days before. Oh, I had to cancel. Oh no, you already
See?
know.
Yeah.
Right.
I've talked to enough clients over the years now, like
You
when
know,
somebody's serious.
Yeah.
Usually it's a referral. Like
Right.
People who are referred to you by other clients are going to come.
Right.
Because they've
That's so
seen
true.
it. They've seen your work already.
Right.
How about you? Would you turn someone
Down?
You turn a bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like it's just, I'm really about healthy hair. And to me, if like, I just can't do it. Like, I get this feeling in here.
Right.
When you see, like, even on Instagram, there's so much, like, things that I see out there. Some people getting weaves done, like, and they don't have no hair whatsoever.
Yeah.
So do you get a weave or do you get a wig? So yeah, like, have other options.
You gotta have some other options.
Not always, sewing is good for you. Like, especially like the pulling. Like, I know certain people, they have like certain issues in their scalp, and
they got tension alopecia and all
whatever
that.
it is, and it's not even like, sometimes it's like it's not something that they're doing, it's maybe
they just have alopecia.
Right,
exactly. Hereditary.
Or taking some type of medication or whatever.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just like, I can recommend it and I'm not gonna do it because, like, or braids, you can't get long braids up to here and you're gonna break more of your hair.
Right.
Yeah.
So
but
yeah,
then again,
definitely.
you have a client that's like, she don't want to walk around looking bald headed. So at the end of the day, it's like, where's the
balance?
You know,
balance.
like there's plenty of stylists that do cutting and cut hair to like camouflage.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen
which
that.
Works great for a lot, but it definitely has to be a particular candidate.
Right.
There's some people who are just not confident with not having hair.
Oh yeah.
And that's just what it is.
I say it all the time when I did my big chop and I was like in that middle stage.
Yeah.
Like it's
different.
it's different.
Different. I just don't think people are honest. I mean, some people are very okay with it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But there are some people, like, it's different about having short hair and bald spots. That's a whole different
Yeah,
thing.
that's another level of some stuff.
That's different. That's a whole different thing that you're having to deal with. So it takes people a while to figure out what
especially
they wanna
women
do.
and
Yeah. Like I have
it's a lot.
a client, she's probably one of my first clients. She started, I started seeing the signs of alopecia coming. I was like, let's start going to a dermatologist. Let's start figuring this out. And then like within a year, all her hair was gone on the top. Oh, so it was nothing like we had stopped relaxing. We had stopped everything, you know.
Right.
So it wasn't even anything we were doing. It was just like, this is what's happening. Like, and she was like, oh yeah, my mom, after a while, of course, all the stuff starts coming out.
Yeah.
And so at this point, we do, it's almost like a wig, but it's like a weave situation. I do a net and, everything. And so she wears it like that, like a full curly, cute situation. She loves it. But it's like, at this state in her life, like, there is no option. She's not walking around with a bald head. Right. It's not happening for her. Yeah. And so you have to figure out what's best. I'm not taking any small pieces of hair and trying to I'm like, well, let's come up with a solution for this.
As healthy as possible.
As healthy as possible. We treat her
It
scalp
makes sense.
still, even though it's, you know how alopecia, once it gets to that certain point, it's done. Yeah. So, I mean, we still treat it and we still, just make her feel great. That's what I like to do at the end of the day.
Right.
I like my clients to feel confident and comfortable and great.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. So let's get into slipped into the DMs. So we have Megan. She's from Michigan, and she's asking, how do you deal with your edges while transitioning?
I wonder what she mean by that.
Like, how when you're fully relaxed, and then after like being relaxed for so long that how your edges lay down because you're relaxed, right. And then she's trying. Now they're not because you're not putting in I
just think this culture right now. Like my daughter's 17.
Okay.
And I think that they took edges to a whole nother level.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a whole nother level.
It's a whole nother level, like with this edges game.
Yeah, I don't want to see my edges right now.
Look, my edges ain't laying down, okay? I got curly hair and it's some sweat. Georgia humidity got to it. So, and it's just like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like we just put so much emphasis on edges now.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing.
But what do you recommend? Her Like, how do you deal with it?
You're going to have to deal with your curly edges, girlfriend. Megan.
You can definitely use some oils, some brush, do some cute scarves. I mean, those are things I always suggest.
You can like if she wants them laid down, because I guess she wants it to be like laid down since she's used to like
edge control.
Maybe a decent one that's not, white or leaves a lot of residue, something in between there, and then a nice scarf and lay them down. That's all you can really do. If you
or do like you know how like obviously if she's transitioning and she's growing it out, maybe she can do like a flexi rod set and like manipulate like the straight pieces. And then like obviously it's all gonna be like curly or whatever, so that's
like push it forward so it's not
exactly. But
I just think that we just be having issues with it.
Exactly. I'll have people bring pictures of like your hair. Like, oh, I get this too.
Right.
No. You can't.
That's not in your genetics.
Right. It's not gonna so you have to, that's a whole nother conversation having with clients as
you
well.
have to be comfortable, because see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder what texture her edges is that she's feeling a way about it, and she's seeing the girls on there who have the slick edges, or that that's something that's like made to believe like, oh, this is the standard to have these like nice laid edges. You know what I mean? And everyone don't have that. Like my edges, sometimes they're gonna be curly. Like, I'm not doing all of that.
Right.
I'm not.
Right. And that's okay. You got to be okay with
what you got going on.
Right.
Yeah, so. Any of my clients that do transition out of relaxers, for the most part, we will do a weave and when it gets to a certain length, just to make it easy, and they won't want to cut it. So that's the thing. Once it goes through that phase of like coming from short to long and it's going to like the little granny style, they're ready to cut it. So once it gets to the granny style, it's like let's sew it up and then let some more length come on, then we'll go from there.
Right.
But you do have to have that real conversation, because people bring me pictures of what's the girl from Girlfriends? She's big curly hair.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Tracy. Tracy.
And they're like, oh my God,
I like this.
Girlfriend. It's not gonna happen. You can get a weave like this,
right?
But your real hair,
it's not going to do like, and it's okay.
And it's okay.
Because there's so many beautiful textures. I think texture is just beautiful.
Right.
So just is about manipulating it maybe a certain way, or just embracing what comes out of your head.
That's right.
Yeah. Because you can probably get a twist set and maybe make it look like that, or a flexi set to make it look like that.
Yeah, roller set, like a tiny roller set.
Whatever. True. But at the end of the day, girl, enjoy that stuff that's coming out.
Right. Figure it out.
Self-love.
That's right.
All right, so let's get into the whatever, which is something that we kind of were talking about.
Yeah.
Are attractive people more successful? So, what do you think?
Like, I think that first, like, we have to define attractive. Like, because isn't beauty in the eye of the beholder?
Yeah.
And some of the most, something different. And some of the most, status quo beautiful people are ugly as hell inside. So, but let's be real. I do feel like, you do have, like, just looking at social media and just the way the world works, and just like, even if we go out to restaurants, like, you're going to see a cute little hostess in the front, or, you know what I mean? Like, you're just certain, like, if some, like, the girl at Saks, most of the time she's going to be cute. Or Nordstrom.
Or the bartender.
You're
going to have, like, we went to a restaurant while we were in Orlando, and you have, like, good looking bartenders where they're dressed a certain way because of the appearance of the restaurant or whatever you're trying to present, which is, you want that representation, which is okay, so I do believe that attractive people are more successful because, and also how you keep yourself too, because sometimes you don't have to be super attractive, but sometimes you get a big booty.
There's plenty of big booties around.
And big tits, and and that's what it is now in social media.
Yeah. I think social media has like pumped this stuff
definitely
to a whole nother level.
A big thing for me, I tell like my clients, is that appearance is everything. I'm not saying beauty necessarily, but your appearance. Like, people are going to pay attention to you first if you catch their eye and your appearance.
Absolutely.
After that, then you're in the room. So you can do whatever you can do from that point.
I believe that.
And even personality.
So that's, to me, where the success maybe part comes in. I don't think it's necessarily if you're beautiful, you're going to be more successful, because you still got to have that stuff to back it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you can't be in a bobblehead.
I'm going to say, you're going to get that opportunity to do it.
Right. At first, people are going to listen
how you
to
show
you.
up, period.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that is what I say.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that 100%. There's so many influencers that it's not necessarily because of how they look, but how they present themselves, like, and their personality. Personality is everything.
That's right.
You know, like, and, you know, you could feel their energy through social media and what they're talking about. And if they know what they're talking about, then you're going to, like, hit that follow button because, damn, I can relate to her and she's super dope.
Right.
Or, damn, I like
cute.
how she dresses.
Right,
She's
right.
not cute, but I like how she dresses. She's fly as hell.
Right.
You know, so it is about appearance and the outside and how you take care of yourself. So,
It all
yeah.
comes back to us with the hair. I mean, the hair is
Exactly.
part of it. You know?
The glam squad.
Hair, your skin, your makeup, everything.
Right. Even just like, I feel like now, even with like exercising and stuff, people are like putting so much, you know, people, there's a shift like in wellness and, you know, the gym is crowded now. Like, I'm like, okay, girl, yeah, you know, there's a lot of, you know, like people like in it.
It's essential. I mean, it doesn't work for everyone, but I mean, I can only speak for myself. I'm 43, so I don't, you know.
You look good, girl.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'll say from my early 30s to now, that's when I started working out. I didn't work out when I was younger.
Yeah,
you know?
me either.
I didn't eat a bunch of junk, but I definitely have changed what I eat, how I drink water all the time. Like, I don't, you know, I take care of myself because at this point, like, folks is dying.
Yeah.
And our food is terrible.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It really is, you know, so it all incorporates in that. But yeah, fitness is needed.
It's everything. And it stems also like the eating. Like, I think it stems from, like, you know, I'm gonna take it back a little bit, but from, you know, slavery, we weren't getting the good food.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
You know, we were getting like the
Scraps.
scraps,
Scraps.
all the scraps.
That's where everything comes from.
What is it, like the pork rinds? That's what they're called.
Hog mog and all that crap.
Yeah, like they get the scraps, you know. So now, like, people are more conscious about it, and especially because social media and there's more information out there. You have Google and all that stuff, and people are wanting to take care of themselves, which is amazing. I think.
It's really good.
I think that is really good, you know. But yeah, I think attractiveness gets you in the door.
Definitely.
What would you tell your daughter, like, as far as like her growing up in this
Oh
society?
yeah,
like,
how does that work? Because we were just out there looking at videos like Megan Thee Stallion and all these different girls, and they're all beautiful. But I'm like, what do all the girls want to be like that?
I think they're very impressionable with that because they see those girls getting a lot of this success because they are presented a certain way.
Right.
You know, like I always like tell, you know, my daughter, and she hates it. What's the girl from Blackish?
Yara.
Yeah, and I'm like, look at her. She's popping, and she's
like,
not
girl.
showing TNA, and she'd be like, mommy, like you don't have. I'm not like you don't have to keep comparing me to her. And But I'm just saying, like, I want you to see that
some other people that are maybe similar to you.
That you don't, you necessarily don't have to, have your boobs pushed up and have ass shots just to be out here. You know, so I mean, and to each his own. If that's your hustle, cool, and that's working for you, fine.
Yeah.
I just don't want my daughter on the pole. Like Chris Rock said, I don't want my children, to take that route.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a hard conversation.
It
is.
is.
Like, and to kind of like, do you kind of like close their eyes to the stuff that's going, like, as my son does not have social media, and as long as I can have it like that, I will. Because it's just so much. Like,
It's a lot. It's a lot, and the pressure is there. The pressure is there, just to see so many things, and like, that's like a whole nother topic. Like, what age is great for social media? Because it's getting younger and younger.
It is because they know about it now,
and they know, and they asking.
5 years ago, it was different. Now it's everybody. I mean, even people put their kids on. I mean, even when you have a baby, people put their make a page for their babies.
the babies,
right? For the
so
babies.
it's already starting.
Like,
from there.
wait, hold up. How you even have time to like
I can't
do all this?
Like, I cannot.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different. So what do you tell your son? Well, your son.
So my oldest is 20 and my youngest is 16. So
you have two boys, right?
Two boys, yeah. So my oldest he's eclectic. He's a skater.
I love that.
He's got all
I love
different
that.
type of friends, you know. So he's not necessarily zoned in on that. You know, my youngest, a little different. You know, he's younger. He likes all the flashy clothes, and he sees everything on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So I'm curious to see what type of girl he's really, you know, I see a little bit, but he's very like, I ain't into that.
Right.
But you know.
How old
like,
is he again?
He's 16. He'll be 17 at the end of this month.
Yeah.
And it could be a phase too,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Right.
So, I mean, I just tell him, like, hey, you got to like who you like, but
Yeah.
you want someone to respect
have a little
you,
bit of substance.
and
Right.
you want to be able to respect them as well.
Right.
Yeah, you want somebody that you can talk to.
Right. And a woman that's going to empower you.
Right. And not just be some candy.
And I mean, I know I'm not saying like all the girls that are doing this aren't smart. They are
Yeah, that's
smart,
true.
you know, and I mean,
Yeah,
I
they
guess
smart
they're-
enough to be
they're
doing it
figuring
and
it out, you know, in
Yeah.
a different way. But it is hard to erase that stigma.
Yeah.
You're just gonna. We're
Right.
just gonna always
Like,
think that.
what's her name? Drea said, your wholeness can be deleted.
Yeah, I think she said it could
that it
be-
can be
it can
deleted.
be deleted.
No, everybody knows, like,
Right.
you know, how you came up. Or
Right.
Kim Kardashian.
Right,
Everybody
right.
knows how she came up. And it's
Right.
hard to delete that, you know? So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, you know, we all have, like, growth to do. And
Right.
we all, like, have different backgrounds and where we come from. And it's some people don't know, you know, like,
Yeah.
better. They're gonna do what they're gonna play the cards that they're dealt.
But I don't y'all think that at this point that it's enough information out here that people would know, like, that's
No.
not the way that you have to go?
Some people don't read.
Some people don't read. Some people only look at certain things.
Right. Also,
know?
like,
Like-
even the people that are surrounding you, like, you become the the people that you're close to, you become them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you start saying certain things that, you know, we hang out,
Right.
we start saying certain things. I say, hey, okay, chica, you know,
Right,
like-
That's
Right.
Yeah. So I don't think, like, it, you know, it all depends also who they're hanging out with, what they're reading, what they're looking at, you know?
Yeah. Like my youngest, he's a gamer. So he's on that video game constantly. So it's almost different from like when I was his age because we wanted to get out. We wanted to
Yeah,
get
Yeah.
we wanted to go out.
like
'Cause we
all
didn't
his
have
friends-
that.
Right, we didn't have that.
Yeah.
So his friends are on here.
Oh, we had some like it was like Nintendo and stuff, like
but-
early
but-
Nintendo.
And we were girls, so
And we
you
were girls.
definitely
It was
really wasn't
like-
into that like that. You
Yeah.
were out trying to go to the mall, go to
Right.
the movies, go skating, go
Go
hang out with
double
your
dutch.
friends. somebody
Yeah,
having a
play
little house
double dutch.
party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't do that now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he has friends, but they definitely all are on the game. They might get together every now and then, but it's not like every Friday. Oh, we going here, Mom. We going here. We
Right.
doing it. No.
Yeah.
So I have to kind of get in his ear and be like, hey, what are you really interested in? What do you really like besides this?
Right.
Like, what's on your phone? Like I have to get his phone sometimes. Like, what are you
this?
looking at? What do you know? He's so far so good, nothing nutso, but
Yeah.
it's still like.
Or shoot, if you're gonna be into these games, how about maybe you could code some
he does.
games
I mean, he
and
has
all
a,
that
He has
stuff.
a YouTube. I mean, he thinks he's figured his life out.
Okay.
So
yeah.
just gonna let him go with that for a little
Right.
while.
Right.
Figure
Yeah.
something else out. But you know,
Is he into any sports?
no.
No. That's crazy.
Like they played when they were younger,
Mm-hmm.
and he played football actually and got mowed down.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
such a thing. Yeah.
That was it.
But there's so much other things besides sports anyway. Like the game stuff.
Like,
yeah,
you can do
there
so
are
much.
there are kids
Oh,
that are
no.
making money from.
He has a YouTube channel. People
showing
are
how
paying
to
him.
paying him how to
Really?
like do this little
Showing him how to do
get to the
different
next
moves,
level.
Get to the next level. Some people
That's
just
awesome.
really go to his page to watch him play.
It's a whole world. Yeah, my son is watching people play. Like the Minecraft, he just
Yeah.
sits there on YouTube and
watch other
watches people
I'm
play.
like, who does that? But he has a whole
Look.
like he gets on a certain time. Like I can't even. He'd be like, "Mom, okay."
They
what
make
else you need
so
from me?"
much
All right,
money
I'm
from
gonna be-
that.
People watch him.
They
I mean, he's
do.
not making a crazy
of
amount
money.
of money,
Right.
but he's making a little extra money. And I guess the longer he does it, the more he
The
can make.
more, and then like
awesome.
they have this one family. He has his like. It's a guy and these two boys. It's a couple of families, and they just all on the game, and they're
Yeah.
just like playing and stuff. And like my son, he's just like all into what they're doing and how they're moving. And these people are making like so much money
Oh yeah.
just playing games.
A little side, but like Christian plays and he watches and he's like that. There's people that watch him play, some guy, and they send them money to keep on playing.
To keep him playing.
That's
yeah.
so crazy.
What? Wait,
Like,
what?
It's some mornings I wake up
Like
and
he'll
it's 4:00 in the morning. He's on the game, so I have to be like, it's time to get up. Like, you're being ridiculous now.
Wait,
like
I'm
there's
confused.
this guy some guy he's playing on live, and then he'll be like, "Oh, thank you, such and such, for sending me, for the donation or whatever."
It's a different world. It's different.
Oh wow! Why? Because he's playing him, or just
because he's playing. They want to watch him.
And they want to watch him play.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, so they're just watching from there.
From the channel or whatever.
Oh wow! And it's live.
Yeah.
And they okay.
So he's in the phone. He got
fans basically. He got fans.
Oh my God, get over! Oh, you're doing it. I mean, it's nuts.
Oh yeah,
it's nuts.
That's crazy. I have no idea.
Yeah.
So
if you be here, sometimes we on the phone and
I be here
like yelling. I'm like, Soy, just tune it out.
I wouldn't know what to do in that world.
Yeah.
I remember that duck. What was it? The one with the gun.
With the gun.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Was it?
It's Nintendo
What was it?
with the gun.
The gun.
The gun.
I know, but it was the duck, so you would shoot.
The duck. What was it called? I want to say duck, goose.
Duck shoot?
Yeah, no.
Something like that. I can't remember.
But yeah, I remember playing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people won't know what that is.
Right.
Yeah.
And the one with the
I guess
princess.
I'm old enough to know.
Yeah, you old
remember
enough
the
to know.
pad thing that you stepped on?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that?
I remember
like you
that.
were running?
Yeah,
Nah,
I remember
jump.
that. And then you jump.
So you be like with your legs?
Oh
No,
my
I didn't see
gosh,
it. I
I
don't remember
remember
that one.
that. Yeah, it was a little pad that they had. It was like extra, like you had to get it. You know,
Right,
they
right,
had
right.
all these different little things.
Yeah.
Like, you can run races and just do all kinds of
My
stuff
brother's
on
friends would bring, if we didn't have the little extra thing, my brother's friends would bring
Bring it over.
bring it over.
that. Wow.
Yeah.
Video games
Yeah,
have come a
time
long
has
way.
changed.
Yeah, but people, I believe in this world now, things have shifted to a whole different level where appearance, being attractive, your face, people are more conscious about that, and that's okay, like just to embrace that because it is self-love too,
Yeah. And you just gotta be, you gotta have the inside match the outside too.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna be like look a certain way, you gotta have
Exactly.
and there's so much free information too
Yeah.
that you can't there's no excuses.
Yeah.
There's so many podcasts, there's so many
gosh,
Like hearing whatever.
yeah, exactly. And YouTube too,
Yeah.
not just for hair. You
Yeah.
can go to YouTube to hear good interviews and just learn
How to interview, learn how to take an interview,
Exactly.
give an interview. I mean,
Do
anything,
everything.
right?
Anything. Like if your washer and dryer break down, you can learn how to take that joint apart.
Look, I've gone on YouTube and search how to unplug a toilet or a bathroom,
Right.
The old school way, because where I lived before, you can't. It was just
You
different.
wasn't plunging.
Right,
whatever.
exactly. So the information is out there,
Yeah.
so you can do anything you want to do.
Yep. So who we calling out?
Oh Lord,
I'll call out today. This nonsense.
So,
Y'all be doing out here, man.
So Naisha, I guess that's her name, and her is Darvia. With the A's.
Yeah.
She has this picture of
So Naisha did it?
Maybe it's a
she
joke.
said, "Yeah, I did that."
You think it's a joke?
Maybe it's a joke.
It's gotta be.
Maybe it's a
I
joke.
think that's a joke. It's got to be.
But we still calling her out.
We calling out, and we calling out everybody who do stuff like this.
Right. Yeah. So we're gonna
Because-
post it, and you're gonna see it somewhere on here. She got pink hair. I don't even know if it's like a weave, because that looks like just tracks that were sewn in.
Yes, that's a
almost like-
weave, I think.
It's almost like how they do crochet braids, maybe, and then they just
Oh, maybe it is.
like
I don't know
cornrows.
what the hell
and then
that
she
shit is.
just split-
Nah, that
Why
looks
would
like
you
a
have
weave.
part? I'm
But
just
she's
saying,
supposed to
but
have
yeah.
like a side part,
Yeah, but they sewed it on. Like,
but
you
her
know,
part
Right.
is
Exactly.
looking like
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. And she got black thread too, and the hair is pink and yellow.
yeah.
And she said, "Yeah, I did that." So we're gonna say, Naisha, don't do it again.
Don't do that shit.
I'm hoping
Stop
it's a
doing that
joke.
shit. And stop doing
People
it.
put up memes and put up little
Right,
things.
little
I'm
stuff.
hoping that's what that is.
But
Right.
y'all can't be out here with this stuff. Like, go get you a really good weaveologist if you're gonna
Do the weave.
Right,
do
exactly.
the weaves.
That
Like,
shit.
stop doing stuff like this.
Don't do that shit.
Yes. Stop doing that shit.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, like stick to your specialty, guys. Like,
Yeah.
like you know your specialty, so you know your specialty. I know my specialty.
Just go ahead and stick to it. Don't be doing that shit.
Or learn on a
mannequin or something. Yeah. Y'all can't be out here bad like that.
So yeah, we that's the call out of the week. So thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let them know where they can find you.
Okay, you can find me. Let's see, Instagram. My salon is Startaki Hair Lounge, and then my personal one is Startaki Life. So on that particular page is everything about me. So hair, beauty, clothes, fitness, fun, nightlife,
right?
She's
into fashion too. She's
her page looks fly, y'all.
So to get like fashion inspiration too, you guys can follow her, and
Thank you.
yeah, and y'all know where to follow us. Hair and Whatever podcast. You can find us on YouTube, iTunes podcasts, SoundCloud, all of it.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
Peace.
Bye. Thank you.